There's an old saying, birds of a feather flock together. And this doesn't just apply in a literal ornithological sense. It means that the sort of people that you hang around with reflect the sort of person that you are. Like attracts like. And sometimes this can be good, and sometimes this can be detrimental. As Warren Buffett once said, it's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. And that's very true if you want to get on in life, if you want to improve your life, if you want to be in a better situation than you are right now. Because successful people encourage other people to be successful too, and they inspire confidence in each other. And sometimes just one off-the-cuff remark from someone more successful than you could provide a breakthrough to a problem that you've been facing. You might happen to mention something in passing, and they would say, "Oh, have you tried such and such?" And that could be the answer that you've been looking for months. But somebody else who's faced this problem is now telling you in a very off-the-cuff way, "Oh, that's how it is. That's how you do it," because they've done it themselves so often that it's child's play as far as they're concerned. But you could be struggling. And so that's, a good example of how when you're around people who are more successful than you can learn from them, just like Warren Buffett said. On the other hand, losers who hang out at the water cooler just want to moan. And I'm sure you've seen this in every job that you have. You have people who just want to do very little and moan. They moan about the job, they moan about the boss, they moan about the workload, they moan about the commute, they moan about the food in the canteen. They just want to moan, 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 moan. They don't want to do anything positive about it. They just want to moan or talk about sports. And when they talk about sports, they're just moaning. They're saying what the coach or the manager should have done and what the players should have done and the play that they should have taken and this, that, and the other and how badly their team's doing and how things should be changed, yada, 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 yada. But of course, you think to yourself, well, hang on a minute. If you're so good about this, why aren't you the coach of Manchester United rather than just being, a buying clerk in a big corporation, that sort of thing. So, people who just want to moan, people who are losers, they just want to moan, and they'll drag you down all the time. And this can be a problem. If most of your friends are losers who hang out at the water cooler, they really could be holding you back. So ask yourself this about the people around you. Are they supportive? Do they have ambition and want to improve themselves? Do they make you feel enthusiastic? Do they offer solutions? Is their attitude largely positive? Now, if the answers were mainly no, then you need to find another crowd to hang around with. Why? Because these guys or gals will drag you down. And they'll constantly pour cold water on your dreams and ideas. You might suggest something and they'll say, "Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. My best friend's uncle's brother-in-law tried that and such happened." And something is usually of a fairly negative nature. And they'll constantly do this and they'll want you to give up. Why? Because then they don't feel so bad about not trying themselves. And this can be a problem because success leads to success. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract good luck? Well, it's not an accident. Lucky people generally are focused, optimistic, strong-willed, willing to maximize opportunities, prepared to listen to their gut instinct, and perhaps most importantly, they're ready to do what is necessary to achieve success. They're people who are go-ahead people. They're not someone who sits around and moans all the time. They don't expect success to come to them. They actually go out. So although they appear lucky, luck has very little to do with it. It's drive and ambition and doing what is necessary to achieve the success that makes them appear lucky to people who just sit around and moan. And once you adjust your mindset to doing that, once you join that elite group of so-called lucky people, you'll find that your life is so much better and, you really want to jump for joy like the ladies in this picture.